All right, what's up, everyone? TonyScapone here, and this is 8-Mask Black Belcher. So, the idea here is to make this deck as free as possible. So, I was running similar lists for a while, right, with the 8-Mask thing here, and was playing in place of this Spirit Guide, Jeska's Will, just because of how well it lines up with Belcher, making 7 mana. And because this deck is kind of a one-trick pony. I mean, you know, traditionally it's played with Burning Wish and Tendrils, and I'll get into that a little bit, but at least for right now, in regards to the Jeska's Will, one of the things with Belcher is, of course, you're trying to get to 7 mana, right, to cast Belcher, and if all of your things only make 1 mana, then you're never really going to have a turn 1, because at most you're going to have 6 pieces of mana, and not totaling to 7. So you need things that will get you over that hump. Obviously, LED is probably the best example of that. You get to 4 mana, you have an LED, boom, it's +3. Ritual gives you +2. Rite of Flame can give you +2 in multiples, and Will was yet another card that achieved that. But obviously, it can be a clunky card, and really what I've been trying to test, and I think my testing has kind of shown that this isn't necessarily, I mean, we're capable of it because of, like I said, Dark Ritual, Rite of Flame, and LED, but this isn't necessarily a open up and just play Belcher right out of your hand, as much as it is spinning the wheel. It's an Echo Storm deck, and I think that's the most reasonable way to build Belcher, the most, I should say, resilient way to build Belcher. And it gives us some other advantages, namely Leyline, which we'll get to. But I'm only playing. This is our win con. This is our single win con. It's just Belcher, right? And it may seem fragile, but I mean, in some respects, it's a fragile deck, right? But if we protect it enough, and if we provide the ability to present enough lethal opportunities and threats, I think it's fine. As we start spinning the wheel, we can accumulate a ton of mana. We can start gambling for it. Where a turn 1, combo deck, things can get scrappy. We will occasionally lose to Pithing Needle, but I think it's something can be said about just making it as lean, mean, as efficient as possible. Only playing Belcher as a win con gives us room to do stuff like Unmask and Grief. I have traditionally played Thoughtseize in this slot. Veil is just too hard to support. We can't really make green. You can play Manamorphose, and it's just you detract from the more efficient cards, right? And Thoughtseize I've played in this spot, like I said, and what I've found is that it's actually easier to come up with a black card rather than it is to come up with a black mana to actually cast your Thoughtseize. So Unmasking Grief has been great, especially once you start making mana and spinning the wheel. It's really nice, even just being able to put Griefs into play. Like, I've won games with Grief, which is pretty funny, but most notably, like last night, spun the wheel a bunch, wound up whiffing, but had 2 Griefs and just hard casted both of them, and then just attacked them for 6 for a little bit. But yeah, so that's it. On its face, it's just a really fast Echo Storm deck that is gonna belch you, right? And then we have a way in which to beat Delver, and a way in which to kind of beat the faster combo, or not faster, but also fast combo decks by playing on their turn, as well as beating prison decks, so we can just play on their turn before they play their prison pieces. And when you're only running 4 lands, it's just a really easy swap. You bring in the 4 ley lines, you take out the 4 lands, and boom, you have no lands. Lands are really bad with this card because you can't play lands. So you find LED Echo, Leyline, and you're just in business. If nothing else, like say against the prison deck, you wheel them into 7, hopefully unfavorable cards. But the idea against Delver is we just become an empty Storm deck where we bring in empty and Soul Lands. We take out Belcher. We take out some of the wheel pieces like Entomb, a couple Gambles, couple Echoes, and really we're just looking to naturally cast empty. And most recently, so this Chatterstorm has always been like a Grid or a Singleton Veil or something like that. I wanted to be able to bring in some sort of other win con. So that it wasn't just literally 4 empties as the only win con, right? It's a little more feasible when you're running like this 60 here. Sure, it only has 4 win cons, but it has 3 Entombs, it has 4 Gambles, it has 4 Echoes, and you're mulliganing hard, so you're most likely going to be hitting those things and just spinning the wheel over and over again, and eventually being able to put a Belcher out there. Whereas when we bring in empty, like I said, we're taking a lot of those pieces out. We're taking our 3 Entombs out. We're taking 2 Gambles out. We're taking 2 Echoes out. And really we only have 2 Gambles and 2 Echoes as action in addition to our empty, because we're just mulliganing to play an empty from hand. But, you know, if something gets surgical or I'd like to have another Storm spell, so this might even wind up going up at some point. We'll see how Chatterstorm works. I know it can be a bit underwhelming, but when you spin the wheel enough, you can accumulate enough Storm to make it better. Of course, like I said, we are going down on those pieces, so that might not be as much of a thing. It's possible that this is not. I'm just testing it, so we'll see. I want to make squirrels, okay? Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Let me make some squirrels. Thank you. But yeah, that's the deck. It's so much fun. It's been doing quite well, even, you know, right now it's tough for combo in general, just in Moto leagues, because there's obviously the prison decks, but on top of that, a lot of those players are playing Mindbreak Trap, despite I don't really see Trap all that much in paper events, challenges, stuff like that. I don't think it's smart to do so. I think most players understand that and aren't doing that, but leagues, lots of combo, it makes sense. People are metaing for Moto leagues, so let's see if we can just get them anyways, right? We do have discard, like we have the tools to beat Mindbreak Trap, so let's put it to the test. All right, here we are in round 1, and we have opened up a medium hand. I want to see Killer Bee is usually playing the Riddle Storm, whatever they're calling it. Let's see. I think we're supposed to mull this. We're on the draw. But yeah, I'm gonna mull. If they are indeed playing Riddle Storm, we're gonna be playing this card even on the play, because if they echo, we can just kill them with those cards, which is pretty sweet. Okay, so this has wrong colors of mana, so we're gonna mulligan. This has no action. We're gonna go to 4. We can go to 3 and 2 to try to find an echo hand. One of the benefits of not running Burning Wish is we do have 4 echoes rather than 3, so we are generally higher chance to get there on that than other Echo Storm decks, but it's also tempting to keep something like discard, Petal, and LED. That way, like Petal and LED gets us an echo, as long as, sorry, I'm gonna get my phone out of here. As long as we draw, obviously, Echo, Entomb, Gamble, any of those cards, but I think I am going to mulligan. I think we're going to get wheeled either way. Well, that's unfortunate. Now we're just looking for actual LED Echo. We didn't find it, so I'm going to look for one or the other at this point. Wow. So we do play 4 of each of those cards. No Gambles either or Entombs. Like, this was actually pretty insane, but it does happen. So let's go. I mean, honestly, I think I'm just gonna take the bobble, so I have the highest chance possible of actually getting to LED Echo even the following turn. Well, if they were gonna wheel, they might think twice about it now. Hopefully they have a very powerful wheel hand and then they fizzle. Trust me, I have been on the side of doing that. But they're more than likely just gonna play like Saga into Ancient Tomb. Alright, we found a Gamble, which is not bad. I'm going to bobble on their turn, so we draw the card on our turn. So we draw the card on their turn, and then they wheel us. Obviously, that's not good. That's an opal. Or is the sound muted? I'm seeing sound occurring. I think it's just you. But please confirm that. Somebody confirm that they can hear me. Well, I should type that to you. Alright, here they come. They're probably just playing some things out so they can get bigger constructs and... what's a Vitaflame? Interesting. There's an echo. We're close. We're very close. Need a red source or an LED. No worries. Vitaflame is interesting. Yeah, there's the LED. Here's the containment construct. A Burning Inquiry, okay. I mean, it's a draw 3 for them, but at least it gives us something of a chance. They got main deck Sholdred. They are testing, huh? So that's a breakthrough. That's a draw 4 for them. That's a demonic 1-mana demonic tutor. I think we can pick it up and go to the next game. Pizza with the 12 months. It's your birthday. What's up, Rick? Hey, thank you so much, Pizza. Welcome back, welcome back. Okay, so against them, like I said, I think we want to play this card on the play because they're going to be echoing. I believe they move into Force of Will post board. However, I'm seeing a lot more like red and black cards than normal, so I don't think they are on Force of Will. I still think I want to play discard. I think. Can we trim? So I'm used to just bringing in Leyline and taking out lands, which we will do on the draw. On the play, maybe it's a little different. Fine with taking... we want the discard. Is this worth it? I'm not sure that it's worth it. Like I said, it is good against them, but I think we just want to be as efficient as possible in the play. It's been a year, Pizza. Happy birthday. Alright, so we have discard and a bunch of mana. We're gonna mulligan. We have a chance to wheel, but we gotta go down a card, and then we got a Chromox imprint. It's gonna be a 75% chance to wheel. I guess I'll take it. And hopefully we come up with this Opal as well. We've had pretty weak hands, if I'm being honest. Like below average hands. Hit it directly. There's Metalcraft. Let's go red. Let's wheel. Okay. So we're gonna play this out. Do I want a Grief? I think I do. Just in case they're working with some mind break traps or something. Nope. Alright, let's see if we can hit another LED. Whoa, we did. No use in doing that one. So blue, black. Use up a couple blue and a black. Let's spin the wheel again. Alright, we get another wheel here. We can also just gamble for Belcher. We may as well, because if it hits, we can just win on the spot. And it hit. We keep hitting. We keep hitting directly. Got him. Belchum, baby. Alright, on to game 3. This is where we hopefully take advantage of Leyline. Take the lands out, bring Leylines in. Let's go. I got to beat an Oops player like this last night. They turn 1 me, right? Then I turn 1 them. Then I turn 0'd them. In fact, I can show you the snapshots I took. So this was the opener. It was so sweet. Put Leyline in, imprint and tomb, and just splat echo, and this was the end result. We got him. No thanks. Alright, we have Leyline, but I mean, it's really tempting to keep, then they can't really wheel. But our hand is pretty weak otherwise, right? Yes and no. We have a lot of draws. I'm going to keep it for science. So you can bottom one of these. Like what this is likely going to do is prevent them from wheeling, which will probably give us a few turns, like a few draws, and then we can get going. I'm worried about like a fast Sholdred, but I think they're just playing Sholdred so that they can gamble for it when they have, you know, when they get going. Excuse me. But they mulligan to 4 cards, so I think all they have is a wheel, which is going to be awesome to kill them off of their own wheel. Gamble's fine. This is sweet. This is super sweet. Do I want to Rite of Flame? I believe so. Maybe I wanted to keep the Petal in play, because they can switch phases, but this is exactly what I was looking for. They wheeled us into double discard, kill you. Go ahead, OP. Pass priority. I dare you. I dare you. Oh, man. Is this what you come here for? Definitely. This is freaking awesome. I don't think it matters. I'll take the Entomb because it's the only instant thing. Comboing off of their Echo. Well, let's discard him again. Why not? Just take rid of your instant speed stuff. Play LED. And play Belcher. Oh my god. This is so sweet. So sweet. Got him. So we're gonna mold this. We can keep this. Keep. I guess we're bottoming Grief. Yeah. In what matchup does a Squirrel spell come in? In Tempo. Any matchup that we're bringing in the Empties and Soul Lands. Petal, Ponder, Shuffle, Petal, Pass? No. Petal, Brainstorm. Uh-oh. Looks like they're floundering. Looks like a flounder to me. Yep. Ooh. Ooh. I'm just gonna imprint the gamble and max out here. I'll take all the guaranteed mana. We will make black. You know what? I think I've been leaving my mana a little bit incorrectly. I always prioritize double red or double black instead of double blue. But I think we should be prioritizing double blue. Mario's raiding. Romario, big raid, thanks. Welcome everybody from Romario's stream. We are playing this deck right here. I'm just checking something to figure out how I want to leave my mana for an LED. Because oftentimes, like, black and red, all we're casting is either a ritual or a gamble or ritual or entomb, right? Most likely, we're not going to need double. We're not going to be casting multiple entombs. It's unlikely that we're going to be casting multiple gambles. However, we hit a bunch of mana and an echo. We're going to want access to double blue. We may not have it through petals and opals. So, and we have a red, we have a black, so I'm going to leave double blue. Welcome everyone from Romario's stream. Hope you had a good stream. Are you kidding me? Are you joking? Alright, so I guess they're on Doomsday. And it's going to get scrappy. So they pitched a Thassa's Oracle. Obviously they have another one in their deck, so it's not like we can rejoice just yet, but they forced us. They have 3 cards in hand. Okay. Passing back. Gamble's a good one. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to gamble now for the Echo. Now we just got to come up with some mana. LED best draw. Petal's fine too, though. Question is, do I want to wait? I don't think so. Immediately answered. Hey, whoa. Oh, man. So, obviously, we do need them to not have permission, and it doesn't look like they do. Come on, 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 come on. Hey. Nice. Very nice. Okay, so I go back and forth in my head what we want to do here, right? And I think I want to play Leyline. Hear me out. Hear me out. It dodges. They don't play much days, but days. Dodges, discard, right? Dodges, force a negation. So, and they're going to keep hands based on those cards, or even a turn one. If we have a turn, you know, it has a game against that. So, I think we're supposed to play Leyline. Excuse me. Okay. This doesn't work. This could potentially work. No Leyline, but we do have discard into a potential wheel. The wheel is dicey, though, but I think we keep. The hand is dicey, is what it is. I think I think I actually want to bottom right flame. I'm very likely to want to cast that anyways. I think we're just going to be going pedal gamble for LED. But I want to have 3 black cards, so if they discard us, they can't take us off of our own discard. Alright. So obviously that's not good for us. But we are on the come up with a Belcher and enough mana to cast it plan. I am certainly interested in hard casting a Grief, because it's actually a win con for us. I will say, between having discard and a Leyline, it wouldn't shock me if the rest of their hand wasn't great. Yeah, I think that was a good call. Play this out. I'm not sure that I want to discard them. You know what? I'm gonna. It sucks we have to get rid of the 2 mana. That Dark Ritual could certainly be of use. This is actually a pretty good hand. Yeah, gonna have to take that. No shuffle on the Ponder. We have 3 mana. We'll get Doomsday. We drew Belcher. I think they're casting Doomsday. I don't think we have a way to duress us. So they put Doomsday in their hand, duress us, and then they're just live to mana off the top, so they're hoping to hit mana. Or they just have Ritual. No Ritual. Okay. His Leyline's brutal. This is magic. Alright, opponent does nothing. I want to keep this pedal because I want access to black in case we draw a Dark Ritual. I think I'm gambling for an LED so I can put mana into play and not go to discard. What do we hit? One of our mana pieces? That's fine. I mean, we didn't want to hit our red source there, because if we get enough mana we could wind up gambling for the Belcher and vice versa. Alright, so they're gonna cast Doomsday. Can we... I don't think we have a draw. If we draw Belcher, we can't gamble for enough mana. If we draw Dark Ritual, we can't gamble for Belcher. So... yeah, and there's no way they're gonna have a 2-turn line. Alright. game 3 it is. Take these back out. Double discard, put an LED into play. Actually doesn't sound terrible. It might, well, I know it's not great, but generally speaking, it's okay to go with high risk, high reward hands against a matchup like this. So this is a turn 1 Belcher, almost protected. It's so close to being protected. But I think I'm supposed to just try and turn 1 them. Come on, baby. No ley line, so that's good news. Oh my god, we got there. They must have kept like a turn 1 or a day's hand or a discard hand or whatever it is, but we got them. Simple. Yeah. We are a black card away from a protected Echo. If they're non-blue, we can just go ham. Or I guess not ham, because our initial mana source can only get black or blue, not both. It wasn't a bad draw. Thing is, if we grief, we can't make black for Entomb. Underground Sea. I think I am supposed to grief. I almost don't want to pitch the other grief, but I think it is correct. Do you boarding goblins plus bounce spells vs White Stompy as the epic gamble? Yes, I do. Yep. White Stompy is actually better for us than Moon Stompy because we can cheese them out with goblins. And there's no Trinisphere. Oh. Okay. Alrighty then. Good to know. Good to know that's happening. Guess there are Cabal Therapy decks, so I should at least, well, might also be a pending deck. Yeah, I guess we just chill. Don't hit me with that Cabal Therapy. Okay. What do I take out against White Stompy? Grids. That's one of the things. You should be able to take out grids against them. Because they shouldn't be running Mindbreak Trap. Grids and Overmasters. So I'll put this into play. I couldn't go for it unless I didn't grief at all. I went for it last game because we knew we were playing against Doomsday, and it's either discard them and then just fart around, or go for it. And they kept on 7 cards, so I knew discarding them and then just sitting around was not likely to get there. Whereas here, it's against an unknown opponent who mulliganed to 6. So they played their Forest, played Recruiter. They have Academy, Snuff Out, plus Unknown. So I think they get Veteran. Yep, that's fine. Alright, that will do. So now we get to imprint the Entomb. If I could have made black mana to Entomb Echo alongside the discard, I would have. But, or if it was like a particularly powerful Echo, sure, but we were just echoing with no mana floating. We know they don't have Force. Let's go. Oh, mama. Alright, so. Wow. So obviously we can gamble for Belcher. Just straight up right now. Do I want to cast Dark Ritual first? I'm just trying to see if this is what you want to ask yourself here. First off, should we just be gambling straight up because we already have enough mana for the Belcher, which is a resounding yes, and that's obvious. But the second question is, if gamble hits X, can I still frontside Echo in addition to? And if the answer is there are certain cards that if it hits, you can't, well then you got to ask yourself, should I cast those cards first? So my question is, because LEDs we already know, there's 2 of them, so if gamble hits LED, that's fine. If it hits Dark Ritual, then we can still frontside Echo. So the answer is yes. So I'm going to gamble for Belcher. Because even if it hits Dark Ritual, well actually if it hits one of those, we're not going to be frontsiding Echo anyways, we're just going to be casting the Belcher, so that was a useless exercise. Don't listen to me. It just hit Echo directly. Why not just get everything? Just get everything that you ever wanted. Yeah, I mean, they could have Endurance here. We didn't necessarily want it to hit Echo. They have a force, and they're going to use it on my Dark Ritual. You got it. Definitely capable of playing through multiple forces here. Here's my Belcher. Have you seen this card, OP? Wait for it. Hey. Got him. Alright, moving on to game 2. I don't think we want to change anything. We're not going to be on the empty plan. And I'm not going to ley line against the Force of Will deck. Yeah. One thing I noticed in your Cyber Guide is that it says you're boarding Goblins vs Mono Red, but recently I think you skewed away from that plan in favor of bounce spells only. I have been only doing bounce spells. I haven't changed it on the sideboard guide because I think they are equally awful. The matchup post board is awful. I think there are pros and cons to doing either of those things. I think they both have horrendously low possibilities of actually winning, of which I cannot feasibly put numbers that are higher or lower. They're just both really low. So without warping the deck to the point where I think it would not be advisable to do so, I don't think we can reasonably improve that matchup. I do win it enough times where I'm fine with where we are. I wouldn't say it's a 90-10 matchup. I think it's probably more like a 80-20, which, hey, 1 in every 5, we're going to win it, roughly. I think this hand does it. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're 1 shy. Probably going to get discarded. I think I'm fine with this. As we hit LED, we are 1 shy of Protected Belcher. Could also just hard cast the Grief. That was a good draw. So now we can Belch, but I think they're pretty likely to have a force. And we get to put some permanent mana sources into play. I don't like that this one's going to be green, but DPizzle91 with the subscription. 2 months. Welcome back. So Opal's in. Do I want to blow Petal or a Dark Ritual? I'm going to hardcast this Grief, is what I'm doing. I think it's supposed to blow Dark Ritual. As we blow up. Yeah, we take ourselves off of Metalcraft if we blow Petal. So, in that case, they might counter this. They did it last time, which I'm fine with. It's the same result. I'm just going to take the 3. I don't care. I mean, they're not going to be running days, but whatever. Whatever, okay? 3 damage is not going to matter. So they force the Grief. Pitching Parasitic Strix. Now we have a 2-turn Belcher. If we hit LED, we have it this turn. This is a good draw. Okay. You're still dead on board next turn, OP. They might blow it up. I would imagine they're going to at least take a draw step because they have an opportunity to blow it up. Ew, boo. Boo. Okay. We could cheese them out. I don't think it's necessary, though. Can unmask ourselves, but then Petal is both our blue source and our black source. Plus, it would be pretty all in. We could discard them and then wait around a little bit, which seems medium. So I'm gonna mull. Whoa. I guess we keep. I'm gonna keep. Maybe I'm supposed to actually bottom LED. So if we bottom Rite of Flame, right? I want the discard. If we bottom Rite of Flame, we're waiting for 3 mana. Dark Ritual kind of jumps us up. Or if we draw 2 Rite of Flame after bottoming 1. Whereas if we bottom LED, because the 6 mana post Belcher is not helping us. If we bottom LED and one of the mana that we draw is Petal or even a Chrome Mox, can potentially be worth 2. So I think it gives us more live draws. Plus then we're not bottoming Rite of Flame, so we're just looking for 2 mana. Obviously worse if we draw like Entomb or Gamble. but I think I'd rather play to the strength of what's actually in my hand. Missed some streams, been busy. Hope you had a good turkey day. I did. I hope you did too. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me they're forcing here. They probably have a collector roof. We're probably under the gun at this point. I'll pass. Hopefully we don't get Cabal Therapied. Ponder. Okay. We probably should be trying to cheese them out with goblins. Alright, there's 1 mana. Honestly, I kind of forgot that we saw a collector roof. But I don't think they're a Green Sun Zenith deck. Maybe they are, though. Best draw is Petal. It's kind of what we've been playing towards. Ooh, they're probably gonna name Belcher. But they could name LED. Yeah. Alright. To be fair, if we played out LED, 1, we're playing independent, and 2, they'd probably name Belcher. Which is just about the same thing. There's that gamble we were talking about. Okay. I mean, it's getting scrappy. I don't feel good. Don't feel good about it. Ew. Yeah. How about that? I think we're dead. I think we should be bringing in empty in this matchup. I think there's too much that can go wrong, or at least like slow things down. Is now smashing or hardcasting Grief is our only out. And they already have a blocker. Which, I mean, listen. If we can manage to like get a wheel going, it's not impossible that we cast smashing and kill this mage. But they are closing in at this point. Let's collect a roof. So we need to... I don't think we can draw into an echo somehow right now. Petal's good. I'm going to play to what I think is my only out. They just have another force as well. Okay. You got it. You got it. Yeah, I think we should have tried to cheese them out with goblins. That's okay. On to round 4. This is pretty good. Tried my hand at some Legacy today for the first time in months. Got my cheeks clapped. Yeah. Well, as tends to be when you haven't played in so long. But sounds like you had fun. Alright, Bubble's not terrible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 6. So we can guarantee double echo, or we can unmask and single echo with potential to hit double LEDs. So I think I'm gonna unmask. Yeah. Let's unmask. Single force. I always forget how this one works. This flash. Creature spell or planeswalker spell. So creature, planeswalker. So we don't really care about that card. Certainly not right now. So they had a force. They no longer have a force. It's actually worth it to play this. And then here we have the old 50-50 gamble scenario, where I like to go for the 50-50 gamble, because you can either take 1 mana for sure, or you can 50-50 for 3. And 50-50 for 3 is an average of 1.5. So I'm going to take it. We did miss. That's okay. Maybe. Might be okay. We'll see. Alright. So we have another wheel, but it is unprotected. However, you don't have to use too much in terms of resources. Just deciding, like, do I want to imprint Dark Ritual and actually wind up casting this if they counter? I don't think so. I think that's a little too lost in the sauce. I will go as far as not cracking LED. This is one of the benefits of Bauble, is we can refuel if we don't get there. It's like semi-protection almost sometimes. Gives you the opportunity to reload for the following turn. Yep, so they have a force. Pitching back to basics, okay. We do have 6 permanents in play. So we get 2 draws with a bunch of mana on board. They're drawing island. They're gonna ponder. Oh, stop. Oh. Okay. That they're hitting LED, so I stopped the yield so I could sacrifice it in response so it didn't get exiled. So that tells me they probably have another force. Not a coward, though. I guess they didn't. They definitely should have hit LED. Huh. So what, we can grief, imprint gamble, cast Rite of Flame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we can grief into Echo. I only have 1 Echo left in the deck, though. That's interesting. I'm gonna subtlety our grief. Okay. That's fine. Is it top or bottom? I guess I'll bottom it. We could also use these gambles to just like slow roll some chances at Belcher itself. I wonder if that's better. Like just imprint Rite of Flame. Gamble for Belcher. If it hits, we can probably cast the next turn. I don't think I'm going to do that though. Seems like a coward's play to me. So last Echo. So I'd rather have red for gamble than black for entomb. So I'll leave myself with a red. Probably getting forced. We did not, however, hit anything because we have no echoes left in our deck. We've come actual full circle. And we can't cast grief. We can start hard casting griefs next turn. We could double grief next turn, but I think I want to unmask this turn. Like, I guess the fairy's fine, right? Subtlety's annoying. Force of Will's whatever at this point. Right, like Teferi, they're just they're gonna bounce our grief. That would be fine for me. Subtlety's probably the most annoying thing. They do have to pitch to cast it. I don't know what to take. I think it's Subtlety. It's the only card I actually care about there. If they have one cantrip, I may have taken that. 3, 4, 5, 6. To prevent them from pondering. Like Jace could be a problem. Maybe I was supposed to just take Jace. That's fine. Grief number 1. Also, like, if at some point we drop Belcher, we're probably going to be in business after this grief business. They let grief go, and then they're going to brainstorm. Okay. Squadron Hawk. Sword of Feast and Famine. I think I gotta take Jace. Fine. We're clearing the way for Belcher. Get a nice shuffle in with the Squadron Hawk. They're gonna do bounce Chrome Mox? They are. And swords. Okay. I think I have to imprint this gamble. Because if we imprint Unmask and use Spirit Guide, we won't have red for the gamble. I want to be able to gamble for Belcher at some point. Although at that point we're using so many resources, gamble is not great. So we'll give up on gamble, give ourselves good mana for when we draw Belcher naturally, and we'll at least have mana, or red mana. Because also if we imprint Unmask, we only have black sources. So I'm going to stay the course. It is unfortunate that we had to use both Spirit Guides. Like, them bouncing and killing our artifacts does kind of suck, because we could have followed up double Grief with double Monkey, and just be an aggro deck. So they kept Force of Will. Am I supposed to continue on the... Like, this is a problem. Awkwardly enough, I think I take the Hawk. I could take the Force and bank on finding Belcher. I could take... Discarding card is whatever. Could just... Yeah, if I take the Hawk, I'd leave him with the Force. Or I just don't care about Hawk and take the Sword, because that's the real problem. Hawk is good with Brainstorm. Yeah, I'm going to take the Hawk. So we also have an Unmask and 3 mana on board. Like, I don't think Force of Will is going to be a huge issue. Seriously, we're playing against some wonky-ass decks today. Okay. Back to basics is pretty obnoxious. Let's attack the Teferi. Pass the turn. Uh-oh. Here come the Hawks. Oh boy. I guess that means I'm supposed to take Sword. Or am I supposed to take Force? Hope we draw into Belcher plus mana. Yeah, I think that's the play. Because if we take Sword, we're eventually losing to the Hawks anyways. It's such a weird match. Discard a card and you untap everything. Yeah. It's another Grief. So we want to be drawing either mana or Belcher. The combo. Solitude? Damn. Okay. I think they got us. Spaceman Spliff wins. Yeah, their deck is so weird. They had Stoneforge Mystic, so you can't really empty. Alright. Easy enough. It's somewhat all in, but let's go. They Snapcap 7. That is likely to be problematic. So let's imprint Dark Ritual. Let's cast Rite of Flame. Play Petal. Gamble. For Echo. Cast Echo. Wow. I was going to say, this is a bit of a force check hand, but they didn't have it. But we drew into nothing. That sucks. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Not even discard? Like, what the fuck? And not even blue sources, so that Echo becomes like a double threat. Can't like frontside an Echo if we get it. We'd have to just backside it. That looked like a Ponder Shuffle at least. Come on, action. Not action. Can't even cast like a Spirit Guide. Like, this is brutal. This can reanimate a Grief, but we are so far away from that. I guess we're not that far. Oh, one lander. Okay. So they probably have interaction. There's some action. They're missing land drops, though. I think I'm supposed to wait to be able to double threat. Because if we allow them to force, then they're going to be able to stop going to discard. Nice. Stick with the plan here. Pitch a Squawdog. Ooh. I think it's go time. What do you think? Could wait even more. We have a ton of mana. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15. Go to 11. We have 9 mana up front, so 5 mana post Belcher. So I think I want to draw into either protection or another action piece. That's fine. Yeah, just play an empty Chromox here. Sweet. Alright, now it's go time. Definitely go time now. How about this one? This one? This one? Alright, the rest is action. Don't need green. How about this one? Forced. This one, make blue, make some more black. Echo number 1. Have another force. Echo number 2. And triple force. Okay. Alright. Damn! Yeah, I'm playing it. I'm playing it. They probably have a swords, but I'm gonna play it. They gonna squat up? Oh no. That's very bad. Belcher, please. Well, we can take the Kuldra. Takes ourselves off of Belcher mana, but I think it's worth it. Ugh. Yeah, I think we still take it. There's no use attacking. I'd rather save 1 point of damage than deal 2. Now they squat up. They have Force Negation. Blue Source was a pretty good draw for them. Maybe I should have attacked before. Bears versus birds. Oops, they still have one. Or, well, they're gonna play it. Alright. Kill Stoneforge. Yep. Kinda want to draw Grief. I think that's our best draw. As long as they let Ritual go. Come on, Grief. Not the worst draw, I guess. What is this match? We're in turn 13. Come on. This is not what Belcher is about. Gamble, huh? Good 50-50 gamble for Grief. Could go for LED. I know they have Force Negation. Could just wait. I think it's supposed to... yeah, I think it's supposed to wait. Because we can't cast Grief without casting Ritual, so it's only a 1/3 chance. Now it's probably worth it. Nice. They let this go, right? No. Okay. That's fine. I'm fine with that. They're only winning this race by 1 attack. Can you imagine if we had actually hit them for 2 before? Well, then they'd just be blocking. They'd have traded and just hit us, poke us for 1. Alright, so now they have 2 unknowns. That's very good. Am I supposed to... No, I'm supposed to cast it now. We cast it now. I was worried about that. I didn't want to say it, though. Huh. You gotta bottom this. Oh, this game is so weird. So we go to 1. We have to draw LED or gamble. Maybe I should have attacked first. I don't think that matters. Nope. Wow. What a weird game. What a weird match. Man, that was so long. 2, 3. We can't use Rite of Flame. This is not gonna cut it. This has a chance. A 50-50 chance. Honestly, I looked at it quickly and was thinking it was a 2/3 chance, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Got him. Oh, and they let us. Wow. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're 1 shy. So we can, however, wheel again. I think I'd rather Grief, though. So we can Grief. I guess any way you slice it, we're still going to have to draw into 1 mana source if we Grief. But I'm going to Grief. What's up, Thomas? How you doing, my friend? Ew. Playing Show and Tell. They do not have a force, so as long as we draw into some mana, we win. I guess we'll take their Show and Tell. And yeah, either way, yeah, it doesn't matter. What does it matter if we imprinted Spirit Guide or Ritual? We can't save one of them either way. So now they're looking for force. But it's not really going to matter if we just draw some mana like that. Got him. That's how you get them. Show and Tell. They only have 4 forces. I think I want a ley line. Because they don't play Force and Negation because it doesn't protect their own combo. So they have all this soft permission. Although they seemed less like a sneak attack deck. So they're probably not going to have days. But things like Flusters, Spell Pierces, on the play, they're going to keep those hands. Or even like a turn 2 win with a cantrip to find their permission. They might keep that. These are scenarios in which ley line is going to be good. Hold on one sec. I mean, I think we keep this. It's highly disruptive and has a lot of mana and all of its colors. They milled to 6. I'm just going to go discard. This is pretty good. As long as they don't turn to us, which they're certainly capable of doing. Although if they show and tell, we do get to grief, which is potentially interesting, but probably not interesting enough. Because if they put in Omniscience, they're likely playing... Well, I guess we could hit Emrakul if that was their plan. Omniscience into Emrakul, grief breaks it up. 3, 4, 5, 6. We're one shy of a protected Belcher now, but I'm still gonna get going. Hey Tony, although I have a big tournament this week in Italy, I think it's plenty of new white Stompy. I surely play that big gamble. Our game plan is the same as classic Death and Taxes? No. It's the same as I have it listed on my sideboard guide against Moon Stompy, where I'll post it. Hold on. I just answered this actually. There you go. Those were my thoughts from last night when someone asked me on Discord. So they forced pitching Omniscience. They're down to 3 cards. Huh. I think I'm supposed to go for Belcher. Because if we go Ritual plus Spirit Guide and play Belcher, and then we're 1 mana away. Sweet. No problem, Carlone. Carlone. Pass the turn. That's a Lion's Eye Diamond. Oops. Whoopsies. Hey, we got him. Alright, so we got the 3-2. We lost some and played some really weird matches. Final thoughts on the list. We didn't get to play against Stompy, which is kind of weird. But this is meant to beat Stompy, right? We didn't get to play against Delver, which is also kind of weird, which this whole plan is meant to beat. In fact, we didn't wind up in a scenario where we didn't play against like a blue deck that we were supposed to in one of the matchups that we lost, and we probably would have won had we. So that was definitely a mistake in where we could have. But I've been really liking this style of list. I think coming off of Jeska's Will and just going lower to the ground and leaning more on Echo and the mana that you tend to accumulate from that is better than trying to ram Jeska's Will through. It was still strong. Jeska's Will is strong, but it gets awkward with the mana. The mana is awkward enough as is, which is kind of why, like, that's kind of why I'm on the free spells here. Because if you look at it, obviously these are all free, right? Spirit Guides is free mana, and then free protection, and then Belcher's colorless. So the only thing that actually has color requirements is the Ritual, the Entomb, and then of course the Gamble and the Rite of Flame. The Spirit Guides you can look at as basically colorless free mana. The baubles help smooth out the opals. They're also pretty good with Leyline, and they're pretty good with Echo as well. So I don't know. I think the list is pretty legit. I'm not so sure it's going to change all that much from here. This is later on in the tuning and progression for me. I have another like kind of general theory that I'm exploring as well. But this is what I've liked the most from my testing and tuning with Belcher over the last like couple months. Chatterstorm, I don't know about yet. I'm testing it. We didn't have an opportunity to kind of go with this plan over here, but that is kind of a flex slot that I'm working with. But yeah, that's 8 mask Black Belcher. So we'll see y'all on the next one.